On April 26, 2020, I was doxxed online by two elite-level entrepreneurs. For months leading up to the event, I was sent numerous threats, some of which included my family.
This one hits hard, guys. You guys are going to want to watch this one till the end. Also, let me just say that I didn't want to make another video on these guys. I mean, I've been sitting on dirt for months now, and I was willing to just let it all go because I didn't want to talk about them anymore. But they insisted, so now
it's about to be a bloodbath.
So it all started with this video, Joma Tech and Techlead, worst of the tech industry. Techlead falsely copy-striked that video, so I made a follow-up video called Exposing the Techlead, in which Techlead also copy-striked. And after a long, hard fight, which I won't go into here, Techlead finally puts my videos back up. After we guide him on how to remove a strike, because this ex-Google Techlead doesn't know how YouTube works. When someone copy-strikes you, for you to get your video back up, you have to send them your home address, your real name, pretty much everything, even if it's an obviously false copyright strike. And then once my videos are up, I get a comment on that video from a monk, which I'm expecting to be really peaceful because, you know, monks are peaceful, but this monk is threatening a war on me. I want you guys to pay attention to how many times Matt says the word war. I mean, maybe we should change his nickname to Sun Tzu for the art of war. So who is Monk Matt? Well, he's the guy that got F equals MA tattooed onto his skin and still doesn't know which law it is.
Okay, you guys can see that. I got a tattoo that's the fundamental, was it physics, Newton's first law of, anyhow.
F equals MA is actually Newton's second law. You would think that you would know that, considering that it's literally tattooed onto your skin.
Check. So I'm an influencer. You guys can follow me at Engineer Truth. That's Engineer Truth. Anyhow, do you think it's wise for someone like me who's an influencer to get the nice combo, get the nice condo, get the nice Lambo, so that it builds my personal brand?
Presenting a certain lifestyle only for the purpose of selling more, you can have this too, is bottom feeding on the mental weak for your own personal benefit. You know that desperate 24-year-old dudes who want that too are gonna give you $9,000 for this and $4,000 for that, then live your fucking life. I just think that's a piece of shit life.
Thank you. Second question though.
He's the one that contradicts himself with every single video he makes. So I'm thinking, you know what? He could get it too. Engineer Truth, worst of the tech industry. Once I posted the video, I had so many of his former fans, even people straight out of his testimonials, messaged me saying that they completely agreed with me. So Monk Matt tries to act unbothered and starts responding to my comment section by advertising himself, and he even claims that business was booming because of me, which is dubious considering he literally changed his channel name. Look at Matt's Social Blade before my video, and now look at it after my video. Or Techlead's Social Blade before my video, after my video. So around this time, Techlead hits me up on LinkedIn, and he says, Redwan. By the way guys, my legal name is Redwan, which I wanted to keep separate from my channel, but I got doxxed, which is so freaking weird, but it is what it is. So I wanted to inform you that I will be responding to your serious and false allegations by publishing a social media post calling you out. I will use both our full names so we're not hiding behind anonymity. Remember, Techlead only has my full name and my information because he falsely copyright striked me, right? It's understandable if you want to defend yourself online, but I really hope you don't release my name online. I've kept this private for a reason. I have my face in my video, so clearly I'm not anonymous. So then he just goes on a huge tangent and basically says, I'm gonna dox you if you don't take your video down. Good luck. Which reminds me, where's my video, Patrick? You don't have the balls to make a video about me, Patrick. Just admit it. So around this time, my friends start getting a DM from a random girl in the Philippines. She's asking for my full name and my personal information like my LinkedIn. Now keep in mind, the only person I know in the Philippines is Matt Tran. And then this girl also studied engineering, which just fits the profile of the people that work for Matt Tran. I DM'd this girl and I asked her what's up. She never responds. Then Matt mass emails his fan with this, where he reveals his plan is to bring me on his live stream to make it harder for me to get a job. So that's why his assistant was trying to find my information. Well, they failed. But it didn't matter in the end, because Matt Tran ended up getting all my information anyway, because Techlead, who obtained it by copy striking me, ended up just giving it all to Matt Tran. So Techlead doxed me to Matt Tran. So then I started getting a lot of blanket threats from Matt Tran saying that he's gonna push legal action against me if I don't take my videos down. And I don't respond to threats. So no, I'm not gonna take my video down. Redwan, we are going to make moves tomorrow. The whole thing was kind of bizarre, so I decided to hop on a private video call with Tran. And that's when we both agreed that Tran wouldn't sue or dox me as long as I changed my description on my video from Tran is a parasite on this platform to
Tran took the criticism well and is trying to improve.
which isn't true. He didn't take the criticism well, and he's definitely not improving. But I changed the description and I left it at that, so he would finally leave me alone. And then that was the end of it. Until 10 days ago. Hey Red One, it's Tren. I'm planning a video to talk about your exposed video. If you take down the video, then I won't make my video. I hope you do what's best for your long-term future and career. Does that mean defending yourself, or does that mean doxing me? You've always been free to defend yourself. No beef there. I just want to emphasize, I don't know why he doesn't ever just defend himself or address my points. I feel like that would be the first thing to do, unless he just knows he's wrong. So he says, it's open-ended, but honestly doxing you on my channel is nothing. I doxed you on my website, so it'd be indexed for employers if I wanted to go there. You said, quote, I want this war. And then he said, it's not defensive, I'll be offensive. So once again, I don't respond to threats, so I didn't respond, and he messaged me again the next day. Hey Red One, I decided I'll dox you on my website. Then Anthony will help me do search engine optimization to make it rank #1 for your first and last name. Once the article is up, I won't be taking it down regardless if you take down your video or not. First of all, that's a lie. You would take your article down in a split second for exchange of my video. Alright, I'll admit, this next part was a bit clownish of me. I started just kind of fucking with him here.
Oh jeez, do you think that's gonna make it hard for me to get a job at Google when I graduate?
And then he's like, oh, it's gonna be extremely hard.
Oh jeez, I should probably just take the video down, right?
And then he's like, I think that's what's best. And I'm like, can I propose an alternate solution? Maybe a solution that doesn't include him doxing me? He responds, no thanks man, it's going up tomorrow. First and last name and we're ranking it. And then I send him this.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Now, this next part is honestly disgusting. Also, there's more steps after this that include your circle. And I'm like, my circle? Nothing is off the table. I took it very personal that you said you want a war. It's going to get ugly. What do you mean my circle? The people in your life. Now this makes me sick to my stomach, especially because a few months ago, Tran was bragging on his live stream about how he has all my personal information, and he was bragging about having my parents' Facebook or all my friends and family's information. He deleted the live stream before I could download the clip, unfortunately. And let's not forget why he even has this information. It's because Techlead abused the copyright strike system. I'm genuinely asking, is this considered blackmail? Because he's threatening to mess with my friends and family and dox me if I don't take down my fair video of him. But guess what? I'm not the only person that Tran has threatened. Another YouTuber made a video about him, which was actually very fair and even complimented Tran a few times. It was a very non-aggressive video, so I contacted this person and I asked, hey, has Matt ever threatened you or contacted you about this video? Tran was literally currently threatening him, saying that he was gonna send his videos to sponsors and make sure that no sponsor worked with him, and that's how he responds to a mildly constructive video. Matt's go-to method for dealing with any criticism is just threats. And I don't mean like business or reasonable threats, I mean personal threats. He will find what you care about, as irrelevant as it is to the situation at hand, and he'll just go after that. Like, his intention is to ruin your life. So I tell him that my war comment that he's so upset about was obviously a joke, responding to him, and I asked what he's really upset about. Doxing me isn't exactly a counter argument to my video. Wars aren't counter arguments. I've used the word war once as a joke to mock him, and he's unironically used it 400 times now. It's me trying to take you down, just like how you tried to take me down. I'll link you the article once it's ranking, which he never did, by the way. I think you're missing the point of my videos. I would have liked to see you improve your channel and not take the criticism so personally. Joma did that and is now killing it harder than ever. Notice how the person who didn't copyright strike me, didn't threaten to dox me, and didn't threaten to sue me is the only one who's actually making good videos now and actually killing it. Next steps after the article is even more satisfying. More threats. Sweet. So my friends and I occasionally check his website to see if he made the article about me. Truth be told, we're probably the first traffic that he had in months. But one of my friends finds this article, and wow, he actually did it. Tran actually doxed me because I made a video constructing him. Now right off the bat, look at the date. November 10, 2018. He took an old article, maybe one that was already ranked high, and then changed that article to be about me. I mean, I'm not sure why he used an old article instead of writing a new one. This article is a pile of flaming garbage. My expectations for Matt's competence was already so low from just looking at his channel. But this is bad. First of all, what was the point of using the best picture of me? Like, I am in my element in this, dude. Thank you. But I mean, I'm not sure why you used a shirtless picture of me, because if I didn't know any better, I'd say that, you're Myron. Redwan, aka Tren Black, is a student at ASU. The young computer scientist has started profiting on YouTube videos by bashing YouTube influencers. The young computer scientist? Thanks, Matt, but I actually prefer the term
computer science to people with experience.
He has attacked 3 influencers that have done nothing but try to help people, or at least give people other things to think about during the pandemic. What a freaking weasel bringing the pandemic into this. I made these videos in 2019. This sentence is the definition of this emoji. I was just trying to help with the pandemic situation. It's not very tasteful to use a global tragedy to push your hateful agenda, Matt. Through these experiences with Redwan, we know that he will pose serious problems for any company he works at and the clients of that company, without listing a single reason as to why I would be a problem. Redwan does not play well with others. That should be changed to Redwan does not take threats from con men. For starters, Redwan claims that these influencers take advantage of people because they sell services to people. False? I have nothing against people selling things or making money. I also don't necessarily have a problem with courses. While Redwan does not sell services, he's also profiting from the videos that he produced. He understands that making catchy titles and talking about potentially controversial topics can get more clicks. I'm sorry, is the point here that making interesting videos is bad? He's also extremely hard to work with. There were multiple attempts to try to negotiate with Redwan, but he brushed those attempts off in his typically elitist way. You did not try to negotiate with me. You sent me numerous threats. And when I tried to negotiate with you and be civil, you told me that it was not on the table for negotiation. And then I tried to propose a solution to you apart from doxing me, and you said, no thanks, man. Also, why is the grammar in this article so bad? Like, English is not my first language either, but you are literally illiterate. And it's also funny that he calls me an elitist right here, when the article right before this one, get drinks with elite level entrepreneurs. How do you call yourself an elite level entrepreneur and then look at Techlead's entire channel and brand and somehow conclude that out of the 3 of us, I'm the elitist? What is Redwan trying to hide from people? If he feels so passionate about these videos, why not use his real name? Because no matter how true or correct the things I say are, corporate still isn't gonna be fond of me being so vocal with my opinions. It makes complete sense to separate my YouTube channel from my professional life. Okay, here's my favorite one. You may be wondering what his videos are like. Well, these videos give great insight into who Redwan personality. For starters, Redwan believes he is brilliant. He talks like he has already mastered the field. This is confusing because he has only completed 2 years of college at ASU and has worked a total of 1 internship. I'm sure he mastered the subject field in that 1 summer internship.
Oh my god.
That is the most hypocritical thing I have ever heard you say. And you've said some really hypocritical things. Okay, first of all, I have never claimed myself to have mastered this field. Like, yeah, I've been coding longer than most people my age, but if you actually watch my videos, you know I'm actually pretty self-deprecating. But you know who does claim to be the master of a field? You know who did create an entire channel about his mastery of the field? You know who literally calls himself
I'm a former mechanical engineer.
the guy who has worked a total of 1 internship, or should I say half an internship before he got fired.
We're gonna have to terminate you effective immediately.
So he gets fired from his job for just being a massive Matt uses this image in every single video of his because that is literally his only validation that he ever had anything to do with engineering. So the sentence, I am sure he mastered this subject field in that 1 summer internship, that's literally a devastating blow to your own channel. Despite his lack of experience, Redwan still remains arrogant. For example, one of his videos, he refers to himself as the Greek god. Redwan would be the person to walk into an office on his first day and label him as the expert in that office. What? There's literally no logic in these arguments. Like, watching you put together an argument is so depressing. Your claims are so unfounded. You know, maybe if you had studied math and done some proofs, then you'd be better at making arguments. The whole Greek god thing, if you didn't know, is this moniker that I used to use to inspire computer science students to start lifting weights. And I actually got numerous DMs from people and emails even of people telling me that they started lifting weights because they wanted to be a Greek god of CS. So that's what you call a positive influence, Matt. This video also does not paint a full picture, which points to Redwan trying to mislead his viewers. Tren Black's videos are full of clips that include just short snips of videos. However, he does not talk about what the context is around those statements. Funny how people say, oh, you took me out of context, but they never point where I took them out of context, nor do they ever provide the correct context. In the world of YouTube influencers, it's about giving your feedback about specific topics. It is a positive environment that is trying to help people. You tell engineers that passion is an illusion and call them poor. You are the farthest thing from positive. When Tren Black attacked these influencers, he committed a form of cyberbullying. While Red One's age compared to the influencers might make it hard to label it cyberbullying, it's cyberbullying. Now, many people might find it very uncomfortable that Matt is like a full-grown adult in his 30s, harassing, doxing, and threatening the family of some college student. But I don't want to play the age card, like I am acting like an adult, and I deserve to be treated like an adult. So the age thing, the age difference, it doesn't bother me. I just think his behavior is horrible to anyone of any age. Tren Black referred to one influencer as Monk Matt. Calling this influencer Monk Matt is not only inappropriate but also racist. This influencer is of Asian descent and happens to have a shaved head, and according to Red One, this must make you a monk. You little weasel! Look at him trying to bring race into this. I called you Monk Matt because you're so woke. Monk Matt. Because he's just so woke. I also called you Voldemort, and Voldemort's not Asian. Also, are you trying to say that I'm racist against Asians? Because you realize I'm Asian, right? Red One is going to try to influence people like a politician. What does that even mean? What a weird thing to leave in. And that was the entire article. What a flaming pile of shit, I know. And the entire motive of this article, if you've noticed, he used my name so excessively. The entire point is, I don't care if what I'm saying is true, I just want this person to not be able to get a job in the future. Because he knows, even if I debunk everything he says in that article to be false, which he knows everything he's saying is false, the employer still reads it and still reads my name and still affects me in getting a job. So that's his goal here. He just wants to make it impossible for me to get a job. You know, I did my own little Googling of Matt actually. And when I Googled him, I found him on this website called trendcelebs.com, in which they label him as one of the richest YouTube stars, which I can assure you is not the case. Matt was literally bragging about getting a stimulus check the other day, but the one thing that they got the most wrong, does Matt dead or alive? As per our current database, Matt Tran is still alive. As per Wikipedia, last update, September 20, 2019. Well, it's April 28, 2020, and I now officially declare Matt Tran shot dead at war.
You move, bitch. Get out the way.